Welcome to the Voice and Goal podcast. I am Ricky.
I'm Jordan.
And we're back. Got
Again.
A new season. Again. We got a
Only took a
new
year this
season.
time.
Right. We stopped. So many things going on. I mean, really, the ending of last season wasn't really great.
Yeah.
We imploded. Not really. It was new coach.
Yes, really.
I mean, with new coach and new strategies and all that stuff, it was kind of crazy. I mean, we did okay at the beginning of when Rumba came in. It was okay, and then just started going down. And then BJ came in, and that was great. And we were looking different, but still not great with the players and everything. So, yeah, overall, it wasn't a great finish.
It was weird.
Season.
It was weird when Rumba took over for a little bit because it was our first time without Gary Smith.
No Gary.
And so
ball.
it was just it was exciting for a bit, but then and then we beat Cincinnati 2-0 or something like that.
Yeah, that was a really good. We were like, yeah, this guy is awesome.
Yeah, and we were like, Rumba, best coach in the world. People are talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it kind of fell apart before we finally got BJ, and we went on a pretty bad losing streak. But
yeah,
is what it is. Rumba wasn't like meant to be a long-term thing, so
yeah.
And
you can't blame BJ at the end of the season either, because like it's not his stuff. Like he's taking over somebody else. So I mean, like he was trying new things. He was bringing in the young people, which is really good for our academy in Huntsville. You know, so we'll see how it goes. It's really good.
Yeah, he inherited a different squad than he inherited someone else's squad, and a squad that had continuously over 5-ish years to play a super defensive style, which isn't really his style. So I know I remember the first couple games after he took over, you could tell that we were trying different stuff to kind of get more into his style, but you could tell everyone was still so used to like this possession based kind of.
Yeah,
I guess Gary's style was more the Jose Mourinho, like we don't want the ball whenever.
Yeah, just
strip it off of them and boot it down the field and let them start the attack over.
Yeah,
but we switched to when BJ took over, we switched to a more possession based, and I think he wanted it to be like quick passes, because I remember I don't remember if it was a home or away game. I wasn't there. I missed a lot of games last season, but I remember it was either Mayer or it might have been Bauer, because he was playing Bauer over Mayer for a while.
Yeah, he did.
It was one of them or Zimmerman had the ball at the back, like trying to start some kind of play, and they just held it for a minute, and he's just shouting, "Move the ball!
Move the ball!" Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so it was like you could tell it was old habits die hard kind of thing. Like we're trying something new, but it's gonna take a bit, and that's why going into this season, I set my expectations pretty low. Mm-hmm. Like I expected this, like I expected us to make the playoffs. Because it's not that hard to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or at least like the wild card top 9. But I wouldn't have expected us to make like a deep run into it, just because I expected this season to be more, getting used to BJ's style, plus the new guys coming in to build some chemistry and everything. And then I thought that next season we're so back, but then I saw
it's looking good.
yeah, and then I saw some of the names we were signing. Like as soon as we announced Tagseth, obviously I'm not going to pretend like I knew who he was.
Yeah, I have no idea who that was.
But I looked him up, and like just the first highlight video I saw, I was like, oh, I like this kid.
Yeah, and I mean he's been performing, man. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, he's been like player of the he was player of the match our first 2 games.
Yeah,
like officially announced player of the match. And he's just been a menace in every sense of the way in every game that he's played so far. It's great.
Yeah, I think he was. Who was in the third one? Because I know that was away. But
that was. I'm on FOTMob, and it says that it was Nahar was man of the match for that one.
Nahar on Portland, yeah, because he had the assist, I think, and or
yeah, he scored the first goal.
He scored the first goal, yeah, and he tried to do the flip. I was like, he's gonna land on his head, dude.
Realized immediately he wasn't built for that.
And that's funny because that reminds me of CJ Sapong did it at the Nissan Stadium whenever he scored. That was crazy. But his went in perfectly. But yeah, Nahar was just kind of like,
he could do a full upside down back.
I think Nahar just kind of like went into it, not wanting to do, like not expecting it, and just like kind of improvised. It's like, let's do this. I used to do this.
And he realized how old he was. Yeah.
What? Dude, but he's been doing great. I like his passes, his way to look for the ball. He opens himself up so well, like for passing. Like he passes it and then he goes and opens himself up and like on the side, so they can pass it back to him and then he can cross it, which we remember having the thing where like cross and hope kind of thing, but this is different. It feels different, definitely.
Yeah, I can tell we've not fully abandoned that, but
yeah. Well, we have a giant guy. We have Super Sam. He's tall. Might as well. You have to do that,
Yeah, but I've said this since, I don't know if it was since we signed him. But he plays best when the ball is played to his feet.
Yeah. But
we insisted on putting it at his head, and that was obvious. And in our match against Philly,
yeah,
like his goal there was pretty gross.
Right.
He just got a good long ball and was able to beat four guys.
That was and then four guys in front of him when he shot. That was crazy, man. That was a perfect game there. Right. Mm-hmm. He was man of the match that time, right?
A little help from the ref in that game. Let's be honest. But
well, it still would have been 2-1.
Oh yeah,
right?
we absolutely outplayed them, but
yeah, they were not on
some questionable calls for sure.
Yeah, for both sides, not just Nashville, but Philly as well. So
I think we had a little bit more luck.
We got more, yeah. I think that the refs were on our side.
I think we disagreed on a couple things. Like I think they should have gotten a penalty on the Dan Lovitz thing, and I am unsure that the penalty that we got should have counted. But that's one of those, like, I can see it go both ways, but
yeah.
But with them not calling the Lovitz one, I'm surprised they called that one.
Well, okay, so for the Dan Lovitz, I don't think that I explained it because he was just in our chat, and you guys were like, yeah, that's a penalty any day of the week. I was like, okay, so he's going sideways, and the guy is kind of going diagonal, like towards where he was going. I get that, but I think that at one point he does touch the ball because somebody touched the ball for the ball to stay still. So if you go back and look at it,
the player cut back.
No, he didn't. He was stumbling. He wasn't cutting back. I guess this is what I'm thinking, and I don't know. I haven't seen the what is it what the refs say about it because they have to come out and say it, right? I don't remember. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear what the ref said, but
he didn't explain anything. He
didn't explain. He just said no goal.
The call stands.
No pen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way that I saw it is like maybe like. He thought that Dan Lovitz touched it at some point instead of the other guy touching it, and that's the only reason why I think that, But he was in his way, sort of, but not like in a I'm gonna hurt you kind of way. Like you can be in somebody's way. I think you're not impeded. Like he's sliding through trying to get the ball, and both of them were trying to get the ball, and both of them struggled to get the ball. Like there wasn't really like a
but as the defending team, you have to be extra careful in the box because anything that's a foul is a penalty.
Yeah, but if it was a penalty, would have been a soft penalty.
No,
Like,
I don't think so.
I think it would have been a soft penalty if it was, because he wasn't trying to hurt him. That's my whole point. Like,
Well,
he was trying to get the
doesn't
ball,
matter though.
but he wasn't impeding it. If he wasn't going that way, he just kind of stumbled around right at the time that he
impeding just means he prevented someone from playing the ball, and by taking him down, he prevented him from getting the ball.
But he didn't like intentionally. Like, he wasn't.
Intent doesn't
I
matter.
don't know, because they said follow through, and I'm like, follow through of what? Like, he's moving that way. He's not following through. Like, he didn't lift his leg to try to stop him. I don't know. And it's
He made the decision to go to ground. You got to be
yeah.
extra careful in the box for that.
you gotta make contact with the ball if you're going ground. But anyway, he did get a. That was not the best for him.
Sure what you're doing.
Yeah, because then he went head first to. I have no idea what he was doing whenever he actually got the penalty at the end. It's like, what the heck is that? It's like he wasn't even. I mean, he tried to go for the ball, but you have to be sure that you're gonna hit the ball with your head. And yeah, that I don't know, man. That was a weird game for Dan Lovis there. Overall, I think that he played well, except for those two decisions, just kind of sketchy there. But overall, Nashville did play well, and we came out. Everybody, even the Philly fans, were like, yeah, they were not playing their best. I think their number 10 was just nowhere to be found, and they were just not clicking.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, because they were undefeated, top of the East.
Yeah.
So we gave them their first loss.
Yeah. It was one of those where you think, okay, Nashville is coming back from this is their rebuild year. They're not great, so maybe they were just kind of like caught off guard or something. But I mean, we're clicking, dude. Like, we're doing really well.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was getting to a minute ago, but about how I set my expectations low for this season, but then I started seeing the guys we were signing, and I was like, oh, I can't help but get a little excited.
Yeah,
because like Tag Seth, Kasim, I was very nervous when we sold Shaq Moore,
yeah,
and then replaced him with somebody older. It's worked out.
Yeah, he's been in the league, right? He's been in the league a lot.
He has, yeah. But then, then our first game against New England, 0-0. We played really well. It was just a whatever game. And then
it looked like we were back to not having a forward.
Yeah.
Or like finishing.
And then the bane of our existence, New York Red Bulls.
Basically.
We haven't beaten them, have we?
Well, I don't know. I think that we just been either tied or, losing. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't think we've beat them. They're always a super tough game for us, especially away. So that was a 2-0 loss. So yeah, two games into the season, I was like, I mean, we're looking okay, but a draw and a loss to start the season, not good.
Yeah.
And then the Portland game starts, third game of the season, and we missed 2 penalties in the first 20 minutes. And I'm just like, all right, season's already over.
That was so weird. I mean, Hani and Sam missed it, and they went both to the same place. I think. I don't know.
Well, see, Hani's was actually a good penalty. It was just a great save. Sam's wasn't great. To be honest, he kind of down close to the middle. It's not placed very well. But yeah, somehow we turned that game around and ate them alive. Yeah,
I mean, that game could have been, just because of the 2 penalties, that game could have been easily 4 or 5.
Yeah, and I don't know how they weren't just super demoralized after that.
Man, are they rebuilding? Because I know that they lost a lot of their players too.
Portland's awful right now, and I didn't know that. Like, I don't keep up with the West that much, other than just kind of occasionally seeing who's towards the top or whatever, who's doing well. I didn't know they're doing so bad right now, because like historically, Portland's one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah,
and so I expected a tough game out of that one, and they just sucked.
They are. They're at 24th right now, like in the whole league, you know.
Yeah, out of 30. That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize they're in such a tough spot at the moment. I'm used to Portland being one of the really good teams.
Yeah.
And then we missed 2 penalties within 20 minutes, and I'm like, all right, we're cooked, you know.
Yeah.
And then
they got rid of their DP. I think that's what it was. There are a few people that they got rid of.
yeah, Evander went to Cincy. But yeah, the rest of that game, Nahar scored right before halftime. Our first goal of the season, as everyone expected from the right back. The new signing right back.
Yeah.
And then later in the game, Kasim got his first goal for us. Yeah, he's started twice and scored twice in both of those games.
Yeah. He came in, I think, late in the Red Bulls game, maybe.
He
but
had
I mean,
some
that's
sub
not
appearances.
Start,
I think he subbed in both New England and Red Bulls games, but yeah, he started in Portland and Philly and scored in both of those games. And he's a killer.
His finishes are great. I mean, the one from Saturday, man, that was, what kind of angle was that? Like the guy touched their goalie touched it and still went in.
Yeah, same with Sam's. He got a hand on it, but still went in. A little too much power for him.
Yeah, and that's a really good goalie too.
Yeah, he's one I was excited for, but a little nervous because there was those reports that he was like not super convinced about the move or something like that.
Yeah, that was my that was my take on that.
Yeah, so I was a little nervous that I wasn't sure how like committed he was gonna be. Not that I didn't think he was gonna not play, but how much effort he'd put in or whatever.
Yeah, so
how much he wanted to be here essentially.
Right. And I think I told that to to Belair from 615 Soccer. And he was saying that they had just come out from the UEFA Cup, I think.
So
he was trying to,
looking back, it's we signed him from Elfsborg in Sweden.
Yeah,
and they had a chance to qualify for the next round of the Europa League, but they got eliminated, and so that's when he decided to join, and that's why he was putting it off, because he was unsure.
Yeah,
if Elfsborg qualified and he had more chance to play in Europe, I'm sure he probably wouldn't have signed for us.
Oh yeah,
which
and
understandable.
I mean, yeah, if you have a chance to stay in Europe and keep playing or go to the MLS, I think players are deciding to go to Europe.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I love MLS, but anyone with a brain would go to Europe.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, our scoutings have been paying off. We've been getting.
I'm so glad we're raiding Scandinavia.
Yeah, let's go, dude. Taxed is crazy. He's that spicy signing right there. He's everywhere, man.
Dude, the clip after Hani's penalty is so funny. Have you seen that?
No, what?
Like the zoom in on him during and after Hani's penalty.
No.
So he's like having a shoving match with Kai Wagner, like as Hani's taking the penalty, and of course he scores, and so he starts jogging towards Hani to celebrate with him, and he just like turns towards a Philly player and like laughs in their face.
Taxa did that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like having a shoving match with Kai Wagner, laughs in their face, and then salutes with Hani.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, next jersey I'm buying is gonna have Eddie on the back for sure.
Oh, I see it now. He's angry. He just goes.
Yeah, he like laughs in dude's face. It's so funny.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like, he's one of those people that, like, when he gets angry or when he's like fighting, he laughs, and like instead of being serious, and that's kind of takes you off, like if you're going against somebody like that. So I can see that being a really good thing to rouse somebody up, like just laugh at their, like they're trying to be serious and like, hey, why would you do that? And they just laughs at them.
Yeah, he's our Andy Robertson, and I'm using that reference obviously as a Liverpool fan. He's the guy that if he was on any other team, you would hate his guts. But playing for you, he's just the greatest.
Yeah.
Because he's there to rile everyone up.
Yeah, that's why I say like he's spicy, man, because he's everywhere. He tries to get the ball. He's just like he gets on people's nerves, and then he tries to do that. The argument, laughs and just leaves you, and then you it's in your head. Like he's in your head.
Even from the preseason games, there were were pictures of like everybody arguing, and he's just walking away laughing. It's great.
Yeah, it was against Charlotte, the new guy. I forgot what his name. Zaha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got so mad, and they were laughing, and then he just laughs, and they're the other players are trying to keep him separate, and he's just laughing at this. That's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, he's very quickly becoming a favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the signing I was most excited for, so
yeah,
he's definitely already lived up to it. Yeah,
since we lost Godoy, the Panamanian, since I'm from Panama, and yeah. I'm going to Nahar, and there's the other guy too. I forgot.
Acosta,
yeah. So they're doing good. I mean, yeah, Godoy was good at getting keeping possession and passing back, but I think that what Nahar and Acosta would be doing, instead of having Godoy, it's working out, man. I mean, it's just a whole different team. We only have 5 people from the old team. So
from the 2020 season, yeah. During our first game, the before kickoff, the boards always have some kind of random did you know fact, and it was only 5 players from our debut MLS match are still with the club, and that's that's Hani, Zimmerman, Washington,
Joe,
Willis, and someone else.
Mayor?
That was my first guess. I'm not sure, to be honest.
You're forgetting.
But but yeah, teams change pretty often, more often in MLS than they do in other European leagues, I would say, just because salary cap's weird, and like how we traded Sean Davis for Gaston Brugman, and he's already Davis has already been released by Galaxy before the season even started.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they couldn't find room for him on their wage budget.
Oh man,
they couldn't fit him into the salary cap, so they traded away the MLS Cup MVP for not even one of our starting defensive mids, and then didn't even keep him.
They just got a draw.
Yeah, they're struggling, aren't they?
Yeah, they're struggling. They're way at the bottom. They lost their first 3, and then they just drew. That's it.
Oh yeah, they're 1 point out of 4. Oh my lord.
Yep. I mean, it's still the beginning of the season. I mean, it's 4 games in, but it's still not a great start.
They're rock bottom, 30 out of 30.
Yep. They're tied at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a 6-way tie in points, but they've got the worst goal differential.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Did you see who's at the top?
Yeah, Vancouver is on fire.
Man, 4 wins straight. Wow.
Yeah, they're the only team that's perfect so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but it's working.
Well, are they still in the cup in the CONCACAF? I think.
Yeah, they just knocked out. I think it was Club America.
Dang.
Look. No, it was Monterey. They knocked out Monterey on penalties. Yeah, so that's not something you see often. Like usually the CONCACAF, the Champions League teams struggle in the league.
Yeah.
Just because of fixture congestion, but yeah, they're cooking. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean Seattle was in there, LAFC was in there. They're not like struggling, but they're down there.
Yeah, I'm also surprised that they're keeping up with games played because of that. Because usually they end up kind of falling behind on matches played.
Well, and that's the congestion right there. Like we're just keeping. This is our start of the season, and they just keep going. And I mean, rotation's got to be a killer, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what their squad's looking like. I know they had Fafa last year, but he's in Miami now.
Yep.
Unfortunately. Yeah, they're top of the East. Surprise. But hey, you know what? We're top 5. So
yeah. we're top 10 overall, so that's good.
Are we? I haven't looked at the overall.
That's the one that comes up first for me. We're in 9th place in the whole league, so that's good.
Yeah, mine's just split between East and West, but
yeah. See, I think that for this season to get going even more, we need Hani to click because he's still kind of like
sure.
he's good, and I know that people keep complaining like, why is he not scoring? Well, he's a midfielder. I mean, he's not really like
technically, yeah.
Yeah, technically, not the go-to.
He is being played as a forward lately.
Yeah,
lately. So.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, the one that you look on that part would be Sam. You know,
right.
But I mean, yeah, he's been playing a little bit higher up. We're narrow. That's pretty weird. The way that we're playing just all together is just completely different than what we're used to. Or what we had in the past. So like, I don't know. I mean, he just needs to. For me, I do want him to score some more goals, and I think that will give him more confidence in general. Because I feel like he's still holding out and not just going for the goal as he used to. He's trying to look for the last pass, and then we pass, and then we don't finish that at times.
Yeah, well, he's got other options now. Like our first 3 seasons, it was like Hani's gonna score or no one else is going to.
Right. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about Schaffelberg coming back. I didn't see him very much at the end of the match.
Took
Saturday.
A ball to the face.
Huh?
Took a ball to the face.
Oh.
Did you not see that?
No.
Did you turn the game off before it ended?
No.
They got a red card.
Sorry, yeah. I thought that you meant like somebody kicked it and then got to his face. No, the guy just threw it at his face.
Fighting with somebody as the ball went out, and the guy fell and didn't like that, so he just chucked the ball at his face.
That's so childish, man. It's like
trying to hurt.
Yeah, I mean, try to. Do you think that's a red card though? Like, I
yes,
get that
was
was
a red card.
It's an intent to hurt. Yeah, whatever. But like a ball, man. Like, if I take my shoe and kick it, if I take my shoe and throw it at your face, yeah, I'm trying to hurt you more than if I threw the ball at your face. I don't know.
No matter what it is, if you intentionally strike someone, that's a straight red. Like, it might be a multi-game ban.
Oh dang. Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. Yeah, the rules and all that, but it's just kind of silly. Like, he got a red card by just throwing the ball. Like, that's dumb from his part. Like, why would you do that? That's just childish. Like, if you're gonna get
using the old noggin.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was his comeback, his season debut for us.
Debut gets
was playing about 10-ish minutes. I don't remember when he subbed in, but. Yeah, came in, got hit in the face, got somebody sent off. So.
Yes, he did his job. Man of the match.
Which, I mean, that's always been his thing. Anyways, he's the quick guy to get in behind so that the only thing they can do is take him down. So he's kind of always been our draw fouls guy anyway.
Yeah. Well, between him and
it's not so much rile them up. That's Tag Seth's job now. But
yeah. Well, Tax has been doing a pretty good job at that. I think eventually during the season, Tax is gonna get a draw red from somebody.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do something.
Yeah, he's gonna do something. Somebody's gonna get mad. Yeah. But anyway, I was gonna say for Schaffelberg, I think that I was really excited to see him come in and everything. But the thing is that now he's in Canada. He's gonna go for the, for the, is it the Nations League?
I think it's the Nations League.
Yeah. So he's gonna be gone for 2 weeks, I think. That Nahar also left for international games. I don't think that they called up Walker, right? I don't think.
Yeah, pretty sure he got called up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Could be wrong, but
I missed that. But yeah, Nahar, Zimmerman, and Schaffelberg got called up. They were talking about Kazim getting called up at some point. He still hasn't decided. And that's kind of like
who he's playing for.
Yeah, that was like a loaded question that Valer asked, and he was like he wasn't sure yet. At least that was my understanding. I don't know.
He's Swedish and Iraqi, right?
Yeah, he's got 3.
He's probably got more of a chance to play for Iraq.
Yeah.
Our new young midfielder got called up too, but it's for the U20s.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. Is that Corcoran? Yeah, he was really good in the very beginning, like the first 2 games. Like I was really excited about that. The fact that we have young players out there and we're not afraid of using them. Like I know that we needed them, but for the most part, like no, we haven't seen that. What is that?
That was another thing I meant to bring up. I forgot. In our first game of the season, we had quite a few injuries.
Yep.
And so we had to start a midfield partnership of Corcoran and Wyatt Meyer.
Yep.
That 2 new guys, both young. And dude, Meyer was awesome. I didn't see a whole lot of Corcoran in that game, but dude,
I think he had a shot. He took a shot. It went wide, but I mean, the fact that we're getting these people out there, like these kids out there, it's great. I mean, it shows that we have the future there. Like that's what we're trying to do. Then now we got Jasbeck back. Bergman is getting making his way back. I didn't see too much of Perez. I saw him come in and I was kind of excited to see him, but he wasn't like as exciting as he's been. He finished last year. Maybe
he came in late, didn't he?
Yeah, he came in late, so he wasn't like a big thing. I know that for New England, he came in late, and
that's the game I was talking about.
Yeah, he immediately got a few, not chances, but like got up there, But yeah.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with him, I forget which game it was, but he seems pretty desperate to score.
Perez, yeah.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, but he also sometimes shoots from distance when there were a couple better options.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, obviously he can't see from the angle we see, so it's obviously he may not have noticed the other options, but a lot of times it looks like he just tunnel visions and he's like, all right, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah. Well, I think that the problem is that that's when he comes in and at the end we have tried everything, and we just need a change up. So I mean that's a change up right there. So I'm guessing that's why, they just say just if you have a chance, just take it. And I don't mind that. I mean, if he wants to do that once or twice, and he's doing that at the very end of this, the game, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just a lot of times at the end of the game, it feels like those shots just aren't on target, and so they end up giving the other team the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
And so then it just gets frustrating as a fan. You're just like thanks for shooting, but
do it
like
on target.
I feel like you could have done better than that.
Yeah.
and now they have the ball.
Yeah. So now I guess talking about the upcoming games, we have Nashville against Montreal. That's going to be this Saturday, and then we got Nashville against Cincinnati. We're going to have that on the 29th.
Yeah. So
back-to-back games in Nashville.
Yeah, we're coming off of one of our, in my opinion, best performances, like just as a club against Philly.
Right.
And so we're facing a
was that our first win against Philly? Sorry.
I don't know if it was our first win against them. It was our first win away against them.
Away against them. Okay.
Our first win in Philly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming off of one of our, in my opinion, best performances as a club against Philadelphia. And we're going against a team with 1 point. So we need to just slaughter them and tell the world that we back.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we do a statement win right here. I know that Philly was a statement right there, but I mean Montreal has to be like the win of this, not of the season. We're back.
It's one of those games that a top team needs to win this game convincingly, and for us to come out and show that we're able to do that.
Yeah,
I think it will be a big thing.
So now, like, one of the things that I've noticed for Nashville SC, like, through the years and everything, we always play to the level of the teams that we play. And this past Saturday, we showed that we're at or above Philly's level, even though Philly didn't show up or whatever. But still, that was a really good showing for Nashville. We cannot go down to Montreal's level. Like I haven't, to be serious, like I haven't really seen their games to say, oh yeah, they're playing awful or whatever. They haven't won. Maybe I don't know who they have played or anything, but for the most part, like this is the kind of moment that you have to seize when it comes to the start of the season. Get it going. This is the rise of Nashville. We have to make sure that we do that this weekend and start winning the games that we're supposed to win.
Yeah. So they've faced Atlanta, Minnesota, Vancouver, and DC. They lost 3-2 to Atlanta, lost 1-0 to Minnesota, lost 2-0 to Vancouver, and drew 0-0 with DC.
Yeah. See, Atlanta, it's pretty up there. So I get that.
Atlanta's a heavy hitter. I expect them to be one of the top teams this season. They had a really good offseason with signings and stuff. And Minnesota, don't really know how they're doing. But Vancouver is top of the West right now, top of the whole league at the moment. So that's not a surprising loss to them. Not a surprising loss to Atlanta. How's Minnesota doing?
It's 12, or overall. So they're up there.
They're in 5th in the West. So
so no easy teams, like
not a great team, not a low team though. So and then DC is in 9th in the East. So two really good teams, two I would say kind of middle of the table teams.
Yeah.
So they haven't had an easy go so far, but they've only scored 2 goals, and both of them were against Atlanta in the first game.
Ooh, that's spicy right there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say we beat them 3-0, but we have to come out swinging on them.
Yeah, I think that winning against them is gonna definitely be a good start for our season. Tying is gonna feel kind of, not here or there, but I'm not gonna, depending on the game and everything, it's gonna feel like a loss if we tie. Definitely losing it's bad. Losing against them will be losing our rhythm of the season, and that's not good. So I would say 3-1, and just because I really want a clean sheet at home, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see how our defense does and everything, and I think not having Zimmerman is gonna be a little interesting, and not having not having Schafferberg. He hasn't played much, but it's gonna. We'll see how it goes.
When are they leaving? Are they missing this weekend?
Yeah,
for sure.
So because Thursday is the game against Panama. I don't think, and then they gotta play on Sunday the final. So I don't see Zimmerman coming back anytime.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They should be back against Cincinnati, so it's not a bad game to miss.
Yeah, I'd say if anything of our first 5 games, well, except for maybe Portland.
Yeah,
I would say this would be the game to be down a couple guys.
Yeah, so taking that in consideration, I would say 3-1, just because our defense. But
that's fair. I didn't realize that Nations League final was this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, this is a big weekend, man.
But I'm sticking with 3-0.
3-0, yeah, let's go. And
I usually say like 2-1. No, confidence is rising, and it shouldn't be, but I'm doing it anyway.
Let's go, yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to give up. Like if we start losing or whatever, I don't think it's gonna be. I would hate it as a fan, but the fact that we have seen what our players are capable of doing, I'm not gonna be like super down about it. Like it's not the end of it. Like, oh, we started losing, all crap. No, it's no time to, raise any alarms or anything. If we were to start losing, but I do see us continuing in this track. If we win against Montreal, then now we can see a winning against Cincinnati, which they're still doing pretty good. To see that
they're falling off a little bit, but
yeah,
we're above them at the moment.
2 wins, 2 losses. So, overall, we're doing better than what I expected us to do. Definitely,
they did just lose their best player, so
yeah, that was the weirdest. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what happened there. Suddenly, he just hated being there, and that the fans were like, "Just get him out."
Yeah, that's Acosta, right?
Yeah, Lucho Acosta.
Yeah,
that was so wild. Like
He didn't practice with them. He was not.
I don't know what happened
preseason, and I think that it had maybe something to do with his comments at the very end of the season last season. And
saying he wasn't sure if he was coming back or something.
Yeah, maybe it was on him, and then he just didn't. I don't know. We don't know that situation, but for overall, not practicing with the team, that you're not going back. Like in preseason, is a really, really big deal. So,
couldn't be our MVP. Couldn't be our MVP.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm glad to see we're on track, and I feel like we did really good because we didn't go into the off season, postseason or whatever last season, so we had a lot of time to practice and get together. The preseason we did really good. It seemed like they went so hard that we had a lot of injuries after the preseason. There, they were trying to get them focused for the start, and it looks like we're on track. So Nashville's doing pretty good.
Yeah, we something I forgot to mention as well. Let me see who it was that posted it. I was NSC Stats on Twitter. Day before yesterday, posted Nashville SC has already equaled their best start to a season through 4 games, tying the 2023 season with 7 points.
Wow. Okay.
And we have never earned more than 7 points from our first 5 games. So
Here we go.
if we even draw against Montreal, this is already our best start to a season yet.
Good. Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, going into the season, I had my expectations low, but then it grew a bit with the signings, and then immediately was humbled again in the first 2 games. But it's right back up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Because we are kind of cooking at the moment, so
Yeah.
it's hard not to be excited for the season.
And technically, we never like start hot. I mean, we always gonna. I know that Hani usually gets going in the summertime.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall the new signings have been doing great. So.
Oh yeah, they carried us against Portland.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening to us. If you've stayed this long, thank you for being a fan.
We're coming back.
We're coming back. We're trying to do this more often. Yeah, stay tuned. Listen to us and send this to somebody that likes Nashville SC, or if they don't like it, we can be heard either way. So we'll see you next time.
Later.